Kmdt presents Geek Blast. Here are your hosts. Mike.
Described as a creepy-ass cracker.
Dave.
Let me tell you something. I am God.
Ooh.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
I'm going to be honest. I hate this reality, whatever you want to call it. I can't stand it any longer. I must get out of here. I must get free.
Losers!
Hey guys, this is David Hayter, and you are listening to Kmdt Geek Blast.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
It's Kmdt Presents.
Kmdt Presents.
Geek Blast.
Geek Blast.
Geek Blast.
Geek Blast.
Geek Blast. Anyway, we're
back,
back.
guys. Welcome back.
What up? We went on vacation for a whole week.
Yeah,
Hope
we
you
had some
missed
technical
us.
issues last week, which
Yeah.
prevented us from going on air. Hey, also we got Stinkfist in the corner.
Yeah, he's in the
Stinkfist,
corner.
you back there?
How you guys doing? And you know what? We know that we promised everybody Sandy King tonight, but she has been rescheduled for November 1st due to an illness. And Tom Holland is still on schedule for next week, guys.
Yeah.
That sounds great. That's gonna
Alrighty then.
That's gonna be a good time. Well, tonight we're gonna be talking about TV shows, movies,
Fairies, unicorns, and dragons.
And bronies.
And brownies.
Yeah, definitely we're going to talk about some bronies because there's some new stuff out. But anyway,
Creme brulee.
we're also going to talk about PS4 and Xbox One game releases that are going to be dropping with the system.
Yeah.
And cons.
Yeah.
Conventions.
A lot of cons
You know, we just
passed.
had New York Comic Con last
was
week.
just last weekend.
Straight out of Norway, boy.
No.
Broadway.
Wasn't it Broadway?
No, the next week we're also there's going to be the Chiller Con.
Yeah, the Chiller Con.
Chiller Con, so it's like a horror.
That's a horror
Yeah,
fest.
it's a dirty con.
It goes along
And
with
it's
the
for
month's theme.
autographs, too. You get a lot of good autographs
Yeah,
from,
there's
like,
a lot of autographs and stuff.
famous people. There are a lot of famous
Yeah.
people there.
But I'm really curious to see what you've been looking up there, Toombs, about the drops.
It's getting close, my son.
Yeah.
Less than a month away, eh?
Yeah,
Less
so
than a
what
month
do you,
away.
I'm chomping.
Well, as I can tell you straight up, you know, I'm not biased, but the PS4's library keeps dropping off.
Dwindling.
Yeah. Well, I have an official launch guide here, basically all the games that are coming out on both systems and exclusive. Okay. Here's both systems. We got AC Black Flag, Battlefield 4, Call of Duty Ghosts, FIFA 14, who cares?
FIFA.
Just Dance 2014, who cares? Lego Marvel Superheroes, I don't know. Lego games are sometimes...
Lego Marvel Superheroes.
Yeah,
I'm just going to buy it because it's
I know you
Legos
will.
number
I
one.
know, and-
Not because it's Marvel.
That's
because
true.
it's Legos.
Mike has an unhealthy obsession with Legos.
Hopefully they add on to it with something, you know, that's not like the, you know, something that makes it different from the other games, you know what I mean? Because that's the problem I have with them. It's
They probably
repetition.
won't. It is. They're all very repetitious.
They all play the same. You played
all-
one, it's like playing everything.
I played the
you
Star
know.
Wars one and I played the Batman one and
Harry Potter one
You
was
break
refreshing.
stuff, collect the coins.
I didn't
break stuff.
I like the Harry Potter one.
Really?
I did. More than most of them, actually.
Actually, I can say I like the Indiana Jones one.
That one was cool, too.
That
My
one was
girlfriend
cool.
loves that one.
Batman was because it reminded
I
me.
like-
Yeah, it was like it's Star Wars.
Hey, Mimi, if you're out there, why don't you call us and tell us how much you love Indiana Jones Lego? 'Cause you know you do. You played both of them while I watched. You know. So what else we got coming out? We got Madden, NFL, NBA, 2K14, NBA Live, Need for Speed Rivals, Skylanders, and Watch Dogs, which I'm going to actually talk about, a preview about that a little bit. And then, for exclusives, PS4 had Drive Club, Killzone, and Knack. Drive Club fell off, so now it's only got 2 exclusives, Killzone and Knack. Xbox One exclusives, Crimson Dragon, which is actually a follow-up to Panzer Dragon.
Which was awesome.
Oh,
Which
yeah,
was-
we played that.
We played
Now
that
Panzer
game.
wasn't Panzer Dragon. The original game was
On Dreamcast.
for Dreamcast.
Saturn.
Oh,
Saturn.
Sega
Sega
Saturn.
Saturn. That's
Yeah.
what I thought.
Panzer Dragoon 1 and 2, and then they had Saga, and then they had Panzer Dragon
had it on
Aura,
Xbox,
which
right?
came out on Xbox.
Oh,
The
wow.
original
Yeah.
That was it was right in the middle. That was when they brought it back for like a second.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, this will be the first game in quite a while. Also, Dead Rising 3, which is probably one of the top 3
I've seen
games.
some of the commercials for it, man.
It looks awesome.
Oh, man,
It
it looks
does.
so good. And you can, like, combine, like,
Yeah.
Well, now they have
vehicles,
super combos.
right?
Well, now they have
Vehicles?
super combinations.
Yeah.
Before they had like where say you could take a paddle and a chainsaw. You know what I mean? What would you do with that? Obviously, maybe you could take the paddle, connect the chainsaw to both ends,
Yeah.
swing around like a madman. You know what I mean? Now you could add 3 things. And
Oh,
so you
so
can
you
take
have
that paddle, your
variation.
chainsaw, and then maybe take a battery pack, and then make an electrocuting crazy paddle chainsaw.
Or you could
know what I mean?
use a drill
Mhm.
with a chainsaw and a paddle, and then just slap people and chop people to death.
It goes to that extent. I'm dead serious. Because honestly, if you could think of it, it'll probably be.
Well, yeah, and that's
there-
one thing I saw. You also do vehicles too now.
Yeah, there's
there
a
was
vehicle
one
thing.
thing
They
where
had a very small amount of vehicles in the other ones,
I
but
seen a
now
thing
it
with a
seems like
motorcycle.
there's more
I
involved.
seen a thing with a motorcycle
and the bulldozer, right?
No, it was it's not a bulldozer, but the thing that flattens the ground. What are those? Steamroller.
Right.
Steamroller. That flattens the ground. You know?
Just with these new systems, the first thing you're going to notice is the amount of zombies that are going to be on screen at once. You know what I mean? It's going to be like nothing you've seen before. The amount of without slowdown. You know what I mean?
Like
That's the
watching
processor
Lord of the Rings.
of the new
you
thing.
get the pan out
In the
and there's,
distance,
like, all
you're
those
just going to
monsters.
see a horde. You know, it's there isn't a limit to the amount of zombies you could have on screen at once, where there was with current gen systems.
Right.
And there shouldn't be any slowdown. You know what I mean? While you're hacking away at that giant, we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Word.
I'll be amazed if there isn't some kind of slowdown. But so far that's 2 exclusives, and I haven't even gotten through half the list.
Oh boy.
Fighter Within, which is actually the first full fighting Kinect game.
Okay.
So yeah,
So
I'm
you're
not
like
really too interested
standing
in
next
either.
to each other, punching at each other.
But it's like
Basically.
it's like realistic fighting. It's not like
We're
your
punching
cheesy.
each other in the face now.
Yeah, exactly. There is going to be blood damage and grief.
We're getting
Hospital
sued
bills.
for that game.
Killer Instinct, which I'm looking forward to.
Yeah,
I think it looks
just showed us the
pretty
trailer
nice.
for it. It looks good.
I love fighters, and I'm all for classic fighters. I'm on the fence because, like we were
look
talking
of it.
about, I don't know. It looks beautiful. And that
Right.
hands down. There's no way I can't not say that.
Now, we were saying before, you don't think it's going to be doing anything original, but when has a fighting game done anything original in a long time? It's either 3D backgrounds or 2D, and that's it.
Yeah.
And you fight.
And they got
you know?
swords. Or
they don't, or they have
shooters,
powers.
weapons.
You know, there's
Well, that's
not
what
much.
I mean.
Something original.
Something
Making it different?
Different, yeah. Like not keeping to its traditional game. Like
Adding something new
adding
to it.
adding
to
a new
make it
element.
more
Now, whether
immersive.
it's a super combo thing, like they did
Right.
with the Capcom vs. Marvel game and all that stuff, where
Right.
they added them extra combos.
Which it
where you,
does
like,
have
90
different levels of combos.
Yeah.
I don't know how
it always
extensive
did.
it
though,
goes. It
right?
always did.
It always
Exactly.
did. This is my point. It did have them combos. Because I remember back in the day playing that game, you could
Right.
do a 30-hit combo. I mean,
Yeah.
you need to do, button mashing like
Right.
crazy.
You have to have a good memory, my friend.
Yes, yes.
Almost photographic.
AB, left, upside.
But anyway, I mean, that's...
No, that's going even further
it does-
back. That's Mortal Kombat blood code.
Yeah.
ABACABBA select start or whatever. Yeah,
No,
that's the
that's-
blood code for Mortal Kombat.
If you know the
Talking
blood
about that,
com,
No, up, down, left, right, left,
No,
right.
you're thinking that's the
Contra.
Contra code.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat is ABACABBA select start.
That's
That
right.
is Mortal Kombat blood code.
That's right.
Contra is
for-
up, down, left, right.
For the Genesis.
Yeah, it's up,
Yes.
down, left, right,
Right,
AB,
left, right.
AB, select, start.
Yes,
Yeah,
that is for Contra.
I wore that T-shirt for a very long time.
You did.
Yes,
I
yes,
remember
yes.
it. I do
That
remember
was a great T-shirt.
So,
other
Xbox
game
One
you
also
got
got Loco Cycle, who cares? Peggle 2, there's a lot of fans out there,
It's
but
Peggle.
What is Peggle?
it's fun. If you ever get a chance, download it to your phone. It's probably free, and it's pretty addictive.
Okay.
Power Star Golf 2, which is more of a Kinect game. Rise, Son of Rome, which
That
we're all
is the
looking
game
forward to.
I
Yep.
just can't wait for. Like,
Zoo Tycoon and Zumba World Party. But look at the amount of exclusives there. That's
Zumba World Party.
10 exclusives there compared to 2 on PS4.
well, I
which-
guess, I don't know.
Just
maybe,
to get it out before that Xbox One, man. I don't know.
now,
That's
let
a
me ask
desperate
you
call.
this question, and I think you went over this already, and I just have a bad memory then.
Right.
So, there's not going to be a huge graphic difference, right?
Between the two
systems.
You're not going to see anything now. Maybe in the future you will.
Well, and
a couple years down the road.
And I guess the
But they
reason-
said the same thing with
Right.
PS3 and Xbox
Right,
360.
right.
There never was.
I guess
much.
the reason I'm asking is because there's so many titles that are
Right.
cross-platform.
Oh, look at this giant list.
Yeah, I
You know,
mean,
like your
it's-
AC and everything. It's going to
you know,
look
15, 16 games worth of that are going to be on both systems.
Exactly.
Now, is there going to be a reason? Do you know? Is there going to be a reason to get the game on a PS4 as opposed to getting it on an Xbox 360? Which maybe is why that they don't
know-
need to drop the exclusives. Like maybe they get exclusive
Dave, you know
content
what?
or something like that.
When they first come out, it was actually the opposite. In 360, it was preferable to play the game on the 360.
Right.
You know what I mean? So with this, yeah, you may have a game that's either clear or plays better on one system than the other, but we won't know until they actually come out and they're reviewed.
Right.
And they will state, is it better on which
Right.
system?
Yeah.
And that's
I mean?
that's basically.
I just
They
wanna-
always do when they first come out. You know?
I just want to throw this out real fast.
Go ahead.
out there, the listeners, we want to know which one you're anticipating.
Which system you want? Yeah, man.
Okay, so call
and
us
why?
in
Please tell me why. Because
201-580-3712.
as far as the launch goes, man, I got to say I'm getting both systems, but now Xbox One's lineup is looking way better, man. It is. It just is.
Well, yeah, and especially if you're not a hardcore gamer,
right?
Like, there's just more to choose from.
There is.
So
from
a consumer standpoint, because I want them both
Are those
too.
PS games going to be online of any kind of online capabilities?
Oh, most of them.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah. Of course, like your Battlefield, Call of Duty.
Yeah, okay.
That's
all of them.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they all have
those games are mostly meant for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right,
the campaigns are secondary. You know. Also, rumors. I don't know if this is going to happen right away for certain games that cost more in development, but rumors that next-gen games may go up in price to $70.
Wow.
It might happen.
That's big.
The last change was in 2006.
They went to
$10 for your 360 PS3.
For your 360 PS3 games.
It is possible, but I think only on really expensive development titles. You know what I mean?
So like a Grand Theft Auto.
Exactly.
That's inflation.
It is. It's bound to happen. Also, one of the games I mentioned, which I'm really interested in, is called Watch Dogs, which is coming out on both platforms.
Right.
I'll tell you a little about it. It's basically your giant sandbox game, and you can basically hack the whole city. I think it takes place in Chicago, I believe, but you play as Jaden Pierce, I believe, who is a master Jacker Blaster hacker.
Jacker Blaster hacker?
Yeah, you basically Jacker Blaster Hester. Okay. I already screwed it up. But yeah, you run around, diseasing the city of Chicago.
Yeah, basically you hack and virus everything.
Yeah.
I think I saw a trailer for this actually.
It looks cool, man.
It did look pretty
does.
cool.
But you can manipulate the whole world, basically by hacking people's cell phones, their laptops. You know what I mean? And that'll basically have a outcome on how you take your mission. You know what I mean? If you want to go in guns blazing, or you'd rather hack, somebody's mainframe and get in there that way,
right.
the back door.
Kind of like in Grand Theft, where you can choose to go in when you start doing them. Major robberies, where you can say, all right, I'm going to go in guns a-blazing, or I'm
front door or the back door.
I'm going to take the sneaky way in. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. They give you that as a outcome of any. Is that anything that you hack at that point? Like,
it looks like it's going to be pretty thorough, from traffic lights to you know what I mean. But it's basically like GTA meets. It's made by some of the people that are involved in making our Assassin's Creed team.
Okay.
So it's going to be kind of like GTA meets Assassin's Creed meets kind of like Japanese influence.
Do you know what it reminded me of? The trailer? Well, what other game it kind of reminded me of was that game that you were telling me about that I never played because I think it's only for the PS3.
Right.
Infamous?
It also looks like it could have a little bit of that feel, but because I don't think there's anything supernatural about it.
No, but I thought
you know what I mean?
I thought the dude's capabilities with the hacking gave him the ability to use the city as a weapon.
He does.
All right.
Yeah, but it doesn't go to a supernatural level like these other games.
Right, okay.
You know what I mean? It stays in real...
That's just a cool thing to think about all by itself. Like,
it is.
I'm going to kill this guy.
How am I going to manipulate the city?
I'm going to just turn the light red, and this tractor trailer is going to run him over. Like,
exactly. There's so many... I'm going to rig this ATM to cause a disturbance so people go crazy for the money while I go front door in this bank. I don't know if you could do that, but hey, hire me because I just came up with the idea. Anyway. So, made by Ubisoft, team members from AC, Far Cry, and others. It looks gorgeous, especially on next gen. It's coming out on PS3 and 360 also, but I'm sure that there's going to be a major improvement.
Well, yeah, because they were saying also that Black Flag is also going to be coming out for the 360 and the PS3, but they're also
and
coming
Battlefield
out,
4 also.
Right, and they're also coming out with it for the next gen.
Current gen and next gen. But I have seen some of the differences. Like I looked at Black Flag and some of the qualities of next gen and current gen, and I mean just the way the wind blows, the trees, the small little things like that. There's major.
That's just crazy.
Major environmental differences. And
things are always
lighting differences.
I'm blown away by just so much of this because I can.
It's all gonna hit us at once, man.
I can remember. As far back as you guys are, because we've all pretty much been around for as long as video games have been around at this point.
Absolutely.
I can remember a little bit farther back.
I didn't see Pong. I didn't get to see Pong, but I saw Atari's full library.
I saw the Pong, but it was at the tail end of Pong. So
right.
But I remember
what was Pong? 76.
The Oregon
77?
Trail. Black and white on the Commodore 64.
I played Commodore.
You know what I mean? Like,
remember Rambo on Commodore?
Yes.
Ghostbusters, good games, man.
The original
Oregon Trail sucked. I hated doing that in computer
I
class.
never cared for it either. It was very, I don't know.
I never actually ever beat that game. Like I never made it over the trail. Like I always died
In the water.
in somewhere. I don't remember where, but I remember always dying.
Right. Also, I got a chance to watch Iron Man 3 on Blu-ray over the weekend. I know it's been out for a while, but I got to ask you guys, what did you think? How did you think about the Mandarin's representation in that movie?
Okay, here we go. I think it was horrible. I think they ruined.
I do too. Why did they represent the Mandarin that way? I don't know. As some just corny white dude with I don't know. I thought he was supposed to have powers coming out of his ring.
Yeah, he was. But
what the frick, man?
And you're going to find a lot of people arguing who say that no, they didn't screw up the Mandarin.
I feel they did.
Now I feel they did and a lot of people argue. They said it would have been incompatible with the current Marvel universe. What's going on there?
Where's that music coming from?
Yeah, where's that music coming from?
We have a special guest.
So who are you calling amateurs?
All right, man. Somebody hacked into our system.
Somebody hacked into our system. Well, you know what? I think that was a pop-up, actually.
Well, actually, if you are hacking in, see what else you could do.
Well, yeah.
Curious.
So
That was kind of relevant.
if
though.
you want to call in, call us up at 201-580-580-12.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here, right?
How did you feel about it? I mean, you're a true fan of how going by the book.
I'm an Iron Man fan. I was not happy with the portrayal.
Thank
but
you. I wasn't
at the
either.
same time, the other stuff going on in the movie was more on point.
I had no problem with any of that.
You know?
It was just Mandarin himself.
Yeah.
I wanted to see that battle with friggin' all his powers.
I
you know?
agree.
And
But
it was just some dude.
But do you realize what they've did? Now they've now wasted a character that they could have used in the future.
They really did. They really did.
Not really, though.
But no, they didn't because he was a farce.
Yeah.
So it basically opens the door for them to say, "Oh wait, I'm the real Mandarin, and who's this dude?" And now
See, but that would be even more of a stretch. Like my character was based on a real guy with powers and rings, but you haven't heard of him until now.
Yeah, man, they just made the real Mandarin as like this guy with the glowing orange power, like everybody else, you know, that was infected with that orange crap.
Oh, he didn't even have that.
Well, until he revealed himself to
Oh, no,
Iron
the
Man
reason
to
the real
begin
one.
with. Nobody knew he existed anyway.
Right.
Yeah. I was waiting for this big battle, man.
Yeah, no, I hear you, and that's
it
what
just
I was
killed
doing
me.
well.
They never
With
really
his
happened,
rings, you
but-
know. That's what I always liked about
I thought the way they took it was like Stinkfist said, it was more in line with what was going on current Marvel Universe and
I know,
with
but-
the extremist virus, with the exploding people and all that kind of stuff. That was a huge arc in the first when they came back out with the Invincible Iron Man.
Right.
That was the first big arc, is that whole thing. Of course, they changed the names of some of the main enemies, like they had this fake Mandarin guy, you know.
I don't know. I just thought it was a joke the way they represented him.
I'm just
you know, with
curious
Ben
how they're
Kingsley and
gonna do it.
everything.
I'm
It's
just curious how they're going to do it because now, like, Tony Stark supposedly got the thing out of his chest, right, at the end of that movie.
Yeah.
Arc reactor.
Yeah.
Arc reactor.
No more reactor.
So,
Well, it doesn't matter.
He doesn't need that anyway.
No, that was just to
He
keep
hasn't had
the
that-
shrapnel from hitting his heart. That
Yeah,
was
no,
it.
I mean you could put that into every suit.
It did.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
suit
but
has
you
its
could
own
put that
power.
independently into a suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that arc reactor used to run his suit.
Right.
Yes, you're talking about classic stuff now.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is-
That's how it
gone,
started,
bro.
you know
That's
what I mean?
been gone for years. Like once this extremist virus, because in the comics, it wasn't somebody. I think it was somebody that made it, but genetically engineered it to kill him. It didn't. Him and Jarvis figured a way out of it, and then it basically cured him, and also gave him the ability to access any type of device.
Now,
That's pretty cool.
is Iron Man done?
No, Avengers 2 is coming out.
I know that Iron Man though, or the movies for Iron Man done.
They might. Who knows?
No, I don't think so. They're gonna keep. I mean, Kevin Feige said that they're not gonna really be done with it. And if what's his name, Robert Downey Jr. doesn't want to do it, he said he'll just James Bond it, which means he'll just get another actor to replace it. And as many of the original actors that want to stay will stay.
Right. Yeah.
I don't see them not, because he does have
They didn't say they weren't.
He does have a super long rogues gallery of enemies you could bring out, and they don't all have to be robot based, because they could go in a bunch of different ways with him. You know,
Well, look,
they could
what they do with
incorporate.
Mandarin. Mandarin was a robot based, and I feel like they just totally farted on him. I don't know. I just got to get over it. You know what I mean? That's the way they portrayed it.
Let me ask you this: since now you have, like you said, you watched it on Blu-ray, right?
Yes.
Did you watch the One Shot movie?
One-shot movie.
No.
There's then when you go home later tonight, there's
special features.
Did you
I
buy?
never dig into special features.
Did you buy the Blu-ray? It should be it's on disc.
Oh.
How many discs does it have?
I think 2. One's
second
it
disc.
comes with a DVD and a Blu-ray.
Yeah, so it's on.
It may be in the
disc
special
with
features.
I've never
What is
seen a Blu-ray before, so I don't know. Like, you know what I mean?
It usually
It should be 2 discs, but I don't know what they look
it's
like.
slightly thicker. It has more consistency.
Well, no, I know.
And it's-
Well, because Mike explained to me
tastes
that
blue.
that the fact that it's Blu-ray,
it mixes very well with peanut butter.
it holds more information, right?
Yes, it does.
Basically than DVDs.
Yeah,
All right.
that's-
So
it holds a lot
then I
more
guess they
information.
could be on one disc, but there's in the Avengers. When they put that movie out on Blu-ray, there was a one-shot movie in there, like
Okay,
like,
which I
a,
still
like,
didn't-
like a small flick.
Okay.
What are they called? Shorts.
Right.
Okay.
What was it about?
The first one was about how at the end of the Avengers, spoiler alert, everything blows up. All these parts are raining down. Some of these parts of these aliens fall all over the earth, right?
Right.
Well, these two, this chick and this guy are in Central Park talking about how bad their life, is and what they were going to do to rectify the situation. And then, boom, this alien gun falls in their lap. So then they do basically Marvel does like a quick retelling of like a Bonnie and Clyde type tale where these two just go on like a spree.
Was it cool?
I didn't see it.
Yeah, neither did I.
All
I didn't even know it
this-
existed
this-
until now.
But I heard it was great.
No, this is what I read that it's about. You know what I mean? And basically, then Shield comes in, and I don't know, maybe makes them agents or something like that.
Oh,
right?
Shield.
And then the Iron Man movie's short basically is a short about Agent 13, which is Captain America's girlfriend, Sharon Carter. And she's always been a SHIELD agent. So she was like, for the longest time, the liaison to the Avengers for SHIELD.
Do you think they'll introduce her into the show?
I think they're going to introduce her either into the show or maybe into the next Avengers movie, which is why she had this short in the Iron Man Blu-ray.
Right.
You'll have to check that out.
Now getting into S.H.I.E.L.D., because we want to talk about that.
Yeah,
Might as well talk about it now. Now, listen, Stinkfist. I found that the last episode to be a little bit better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a little bit better. I mean, better than crap.
Oh, see, now that's just crazy.
It wasn't that bad. You know what I mean? The second episode was crap. The third episode was and this fourth episode was
Okay, the third episode, I thought the third episode was garbage, but it still did what I felt Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. should do.
Have a super villain and
give an origin story. That way you don't have to do it in the movie.
Right.
Do you understand? It's a cheaper way to build familiarity with characters. But
how did you feel about this last episode?
I felt like it was like just filler. Like, why am I even watching this? What relevance is this going to have to the overall Marvel Cinematic Universe?
I was watching it just to watch it because it's Marvel.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much why I was watching it. I'll keep watching it. I mean, I want the show to be successful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely.
And here's the thing. I
like some of the things that are
I have
going
to
on
disagree with you all the way around the ball. I mean, I'm not going to say that I love the show and it doesn't have its problems, because it does. In my opinion, it should be a lot more fast-paced.
Yeah.
I do see your guys' point that it is slow.
Well, it's also pukishly...
Storytelling is slow.
It's also pukishly hokey, Yeah,
it is hokey, like I've said, and it's
I think it has to have a little bit of hokiness because of what they're dealing with.
At least use really interesting concepts. Like the concepts that the show is built around are kind of bourgeois.
I think that
next week's trailer looked cool because they had the flame dude or whatever going on there. So
basically like Pyro.
But still, how many times have we seen a flame dude?
But I don't know. It'll be something different, maybe. Maybe
how
it'll
many
be like
flame
the
dudes
first
are there
episode.
in the Marvel universe? Think about that.
Quite a few, sir.
All right, so it doesn't. Powers and redundant powers are just that's.
But I want to see a guy. I want to see a guy with powers that has cheese coming out of his eyes.
Well, that's probably not going to happen on the event.
Shield. You gotta go watch The Tick for that.
The Tick, yeah.
Remember the guy with the carpet suit? I can't take the suit off. Without it, I'm nothing.
Dude, I haven't thought about that show since like '97.
That's a great show, though.
It is a good show.
But I don't know. It does have its problems. But
what do you think about
time,
the content, though? Like what the stories are based around?
It's based on forming a team.
No, I don't mean the team itself. I mean the individual stories that are happening within these shows.
That's what you guys are failing to look at it as a whole. You're looking at each individual episode as its own episode where there is a continuous story being told the whole time.
No,
Where is it?
No, Dave.
Like, what is it?
Dave, I agree with you. And in fact, that's why I said I felt in the third episode they accomplished exactly what that show should accomplish. And that is introducing a character that is going to be ultimately relevant to the whole Marvel cinematic. I mean, Graviton is a relevant character. They showed his origin.
Right.
Okay.
Now, but with that said, and I think they're accomplishing that on some level. With that said, there's absolutely no reason why each and every show can't be executed with I didn't phrase that. It can't be executed well.
Well, and I'm not saying that like I said, we have a difference of opinion. I don't think that they're being executed badly. I just think that they're looking at it in a different way than you guys are.
Right.
You know what I mean? Obviously, because of the way they're doing it. But the other main story, besides the origin of the inevitable enemy, you have the controversy of what happened to Coulson.
Yes, and my Valhalla theory is falling apart.
Yeah, why do you say that?
Dave doesn't feel that it is.
I've still somewhere
We were just
on
talking
that
about
right
that
now.
before.
No, it's because it only. Two episodes ago.
Not that I'm on it, but I just say that I haven't come up with a better theory myself.
You think
so.
it's plausible?
Yeah. Okay. Well, everybody knows my theory by now. That Coulson went to Valhalla and Thor made a deal with Loki's daughter, Hela. Yeah, and that's how he's back.
The way the show is, I don't think they do something that cool.
Well,
and honestly,
I thought it would be a cool way for them to sort of toy.
And that's why it's not going to happen.
For them to toy with everybody, and everybody's saying model life decoy. And by the way, if it's a model life decoy, they forgot to upload the Common Sense program, because you have this hot girl who you don't know if she's a spy or not.
Yeah, and she is hot,
right? And you already know that there's sexual tension between her and Agent Ward. So what's the logical thing to do? Put them up together and let them be alone, Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I think that
you got to think of.
I think she's still
think of the populace that's watching this as well. All right.
I mean, what she did with those glasses was just so dirty and uncalled for.
Oh yeah.
The way
she gotta have sex sells, though, man.
It does. Indeed.
I like the whole
But that's very non-Disney of them.
It is, but I like the whole idea that they're going showing that the two of them are probably going to become a thing. You know what I mean? It's inevitable. Probably
it will happen. It'll have all its frustrations and issues, and it'll impact the group. And we know how that is.
I think my biggest pet peeve about the show, like I said, it's not that I think it. I'm nowhere near where you guys are at, right?
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's.
But I have my own issues. I don't like the two dorks in. They annoy.
Yeah, they're annoying too. Yeah.
If they don't take they need to take it. If they're gonna give you science people, give me somebody that's so
right. It almost
serious about his job, not these two people that are answering each other's questions and.
It almost takes the squints from Bones. You know what I mean? It has a little Bones in there. I feel, which I like Bones.
I can say I've never watched. I watched Bones once.
Didn't like it.
I can't watch it anymore because
it's okay.
Angel is a cop.
But he's goofy though. He's not you can't take it seriously.
I can't watch anything.
He's not Angel. If he's not a vampire biting people and crying about why he's biting people, I don't want to have anything to do with it.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a vampire, but
I don't want to be a vampire, but I need blood. Anyway,
isn't that every vampire movie now?
Yeah,
somewhat.
I'm struggling with the darkness inside of me.
That's so funny you say that because I was thinking about that the other day. They ruin vampires.
Well, you know what? We just ruined the show with a call. You guys want to take it?
Yeah, let's take the call because we got the movie quote coming up too. So.
Yeah.
All right, you're on KMDT Geek Blast. What's going on?
Yo.
Hey guys, I'm listening to you talk about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. My theory is that Coulson is the Vision. They're going to introduce him so he can be in one of the Avenger movies down the road.
Okay.
And I think that the TV show goes pretty much the way a comic book goes. You just keep following it episode after episode.
Well, yeah, it has that serialized quality to it, but I'm saying the execution of it, it's not very, it's almost repulsive. It's almost like it's got bug repellent coming out of my TV, keeping me away from it.
Yeah, but if you ever follow like 80 or 90 issues of Batman, some of those issues are just like that.
Yeah. Well, you heard about the
if you follow the storyline on like Batman for 10 years, you sit there and go, what? Sometimes, and other times you think, wow, this is the greatest story I've ever read.
Well, but you only get 22 episodes a season, and it should be, in order for the seasons to keep... See, look, you got to understand, I want the show to keep going, you know?
Wait, Stinkfist, is this going to be a long-running show like that?
Well, it got picked up for a season, but,
for 22 episodes.
For 22 episodes, which I'm surprised.
Oh, okay. That's what I was asking last week. We were unsure.
Yeah, no, well, we didn't know. It happened in between the show.
Now I almost understand.
You can see that getting picked up because it's on ABC, and Disney owns ABC. They're going to promote their own product. This is strictly them making money off themselves.
Yeah, well, it's not like Disney never canceled a show before because due to bad ratings.
22 episodes, they have much more time to develop.
Yeah, but I don't think that the ratings. It's probably killing it in ratings. I mean, just
but it's
everybody's watching.
Because everybody's watching,
right? But it's only probably. I can almost guarantee
only because of its
this
association
show,
with Avengers.
I can almost guarantee that this show will not last at the quality level that it's going at.
Well, and this is the thing. Like I was saying to you before, in my opinion, you guys are not really being short-minded, but you got to give it
more time.
You got to give it more time.
Well,
now with 22 episodes, you got to think
it has more time.
In relative terms, if you think about that in comic book terms, right? You're talking about most comic book stories happen in arcs. So you're talking about at most maybe 5 to 7 comics are going to be one arc.
Right.
Yeah.
Now that one arc could be an origin tale. That one arc could be the setting up of a major plot to happen down the road. Like they can go anywhere with this, and the fact that it's S.H.I.E.L.D., their playground is literally the whole world.
Pretty huge. Yeah.
And if they're going to keep it where everything is going to gel together, it's going to be in the world of the Marvel universe. So it's.
And if they let this show run 3 or 4 years, think of all the characters they can develop that can end up with their own movies.
Exactly, and that's exactly what I think the show is for. And I don't want to see.
I think you got to do that slowly to give everyone a teaser. Think about it. When Coulson was in the first Iron Man movie, what was he in it? 3 minutes? You got a little taste. Some guy in a suit.
Yeah, you know what? They did
a little more flavor.
They did. I don't know if that's a fair comparison because I can almost guarantee they didn't expect Coulson to be a popular character. That was an after the fact
thing.
The
reason why Coulson was also a popular character with that because they knew what they were doing. Because I watch a lot of cartoons, and Coulson was
in that Spider-Man
in the Avengers movie, in the Avengers cartoon that happened before the movie.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
He was also in the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon as the
character in the comic
and
book,
a S.H.I.E.L.D.
they called
agent.
him, I think, Stillwell's then. But he was an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., and it's based on the exact same character. And he was with that book for probably 8-10 years.
And that's who he basically is, but they just changed his name.
Yeah, they would regulate who was allowed to be an Avenger and stuff. It got to the point where the government was having control, telling them they couldn't fly their planes and what they could, and that they had to have so many black members because they had to have minorities.
What?
Oh, I swear to you. That's how the Falcon became a member because Black Panther couldn't be a member.
Affirmative action?
And Hawkeye had
they did that. Yeah.
Hawkeye had to leave the book. He was
did. I remember
over.
that.
He said, "What
That's
are you
when
talking
Hawkeye
about?
went to
We're
the West Coast,
superheroes.
right?
We're all a
With West Coast
minority."
Avengers.
Perez did that whole run on that whole thing. He did a whole thing from like issue 181 through 200.
All right, Cole. You know what? We got to get to the movie quote, so you can unless you're the person I think has already won a T-shirt.
Yeah, I'm good, brother. You have
How did you get home so quick, man?
Bye-bye.
All right, man. Take care.
All right, so we're going to do the movie quote right now, and the movie quote is always brought to you by the JKA, Jedi Knight Academy Facebook page.
And Mr. D'Agostino.
Mr. D'Agostino, which is currently on the threshold of hitting 1,000 likes.
100,000.
I have my pinky near my mouth.
Hey,
1,000?
No, he means 100,000.
100,000.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you weren't
It's
doing
100.
you weren't doing that as a joke then.
So so check
Roll
out
your
the
tongue.
Jedi Knight Academy Facebook page.
Funny.
They got some funny stuff on there. It just gets funnier and funnier every day. So here it goes. Let's do the movie quote.
Better than being at Hogwarts.
Mom! Dad!
You've been
Okay, now that might be
scared.
Yeah.
One of my favorite movies of all time. That's
Oh,
what
okay, yeah, you guys already know what it is. But you know what? I have a feeling this is going to be a little hard for people, so I'm going to give out 3 hints.
Not yet. Wait until somebody calls in. Number's 201-580-3712.
Give one hint for now. Just
give
one.
one tiny
Just
hint.
one.
All right, E-Blue cigarettes.
E-Blue cigarettes.
Ding, ding.
It's very Jeopardy.
Yes.
Which
very Jeopardy.
e-cigarettes helped me quit. It's been 3 years, so actually they really do work.
But dude, if you were a kid in the 80s,
Good
man,
for him.
you should know this. You should know this.
All right, thanks for giving out another hint, Toombs.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Shoot.
Excuse my French honey.
So anyway, yeah, so movie quote.
So I think...
So now you have 2 hints. We'll get the third one later.
We already know
I
what
have
it is.
something that I want to talk to you about.
What's
and
that?
This is off of comicbookmovie.com. It's a little article about bronies.
Bronies.
Brownies?
Brownies. Brownies are good.
And basically,
What are
there's a
bronies?
documentary. There's studies been done that there's an adult male fan base for the cartoon My Little Pony.
I know how it started.
Me.
There used to be that video on YouTube. It looked like it was a porn video, and it started with porn. But then the guy goes, "Shame on you! Now you watch My Little Pony," and the whole episode of My Little Pony started.
Wow, it started with porn.
That's funny.
Of course it did. How else would it get an adult fan base?
My Little Pony. I have a little girl that she's like, I want to watch My Little Pony.
Yeah,
My
my
Little
niece
Pony.
does love ponies.
It's not a bad cartoon actually. It's like.
You dig it, don't you?
I don't know.
So
about
you know,
right
I
now.
guess I'm a brony either way because I
Wow.
watch it.
Wow.
Mike, I think we should
I
shut down
watch
the
it by
show.
default, really.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I believe that now. As
But
he's like,
I
I'm
wanted
a
to bring
brownie.
that up because Toombs is always making fun of me watching My Little Pony.
Oh, he secretly watches, some of these cartoons.
And
Look in on
Pokemon.
Watch
him.
Strawberry Shortcake,
ladies and
too?
gentlemen, you know that he does like Pokemon.
And he also loves. Yeah, he was a huge
Pokemon.
fan of the Squirtle. The Squirtle and the Bowser. That's the only way I knew those names was through Mike.
Charizard. Bulbasaur.
Of course, the infamous.
While Mike was growing up, he also read The Babysitter's Club, and he also likes Twilight.
Closest I got to Babysitter's Club was The Adventures in Babysitting,
I hate
Adventures in Babysitting.
which was an awesome movie.
great movie, dude.
Yes.
Do
The
you know?
first-
Good trivia for you. Who was Thor in Adventures in Babysitting?
Who is the
Ah.
actor?
Yeah, the
guy
actor who
was-
played the
came up-
imitation
yeah,
Thor.
The imitation Thor guy. Who's that? I don't know.
I couldn't tell you.
I'm not. We're not going to make it a question, but it's the dude from Law and Order.
Which dude?
The dude
There's
from
like
Law
100
and Order.
dudes in
Full
Law and
Metal
Order.
Jacket. Full Metal Jacket. This is my gun. La la la.
Pyle?
Yes,
No
Yeah,
way.
it's Gomer Pyle.
No, it's Pyle. It's Pyle. It's Private Piles.
Pyle plays Thor
In
Adventures in Babysitting.
Blonde hair, all glowing. Yeah, man.
Wow.
That's weird,
Yeah,
bro.
dude.
Now I have to watch both of them to
Yep.
find out.
So
Weird thing is, I can do that.
let's touch on some Walking Dead.
So
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
that was our comprehensive coverage of bronies.
Yeah, I mean, that's as far as I go with it.
Yeah,
I
I
just
don't
wanted
know.
to bring it up because it was funny because it's unexpected that there's an adult male fan base for a girls cartoon show.
That is a little weird.
It's
And,
weird.
well, let me ask
But
you
it's
this,
weird.
right? This is
It's
totally
horrifying.
this is-
I don't know.
I guess this goes with it, but not really. I noticed something the last time I was over the house. My niece and nephew were watching. I don't know what channel. I want to say maybe Nicktoons or something like
Nick
that.
Jr. They watch a lot of that.
All right. What is Shinzo?
Oh, I hate that
Now,
cartoon.
is that a kid?
It's a dude.
It's a dude?
Listen. It's a dude, a boy who gets this magical ring that turns him into a girl superhero.
Why?
I have no
Wow.
idea. Every time it's on, I'm like, turn that off.
So now we're touching transgender.
Yeah, I mean,
Make that more acceptable.
I guess it's
there is something.
Shizao
There is something very strange about that one.
Shizao, yeah.
Why would they do that?
It's basically telling our
I
children
watched
it's
one
okay to be
episode of it.
transgender.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
okay
not
to.
saying that it's not all right or whatever. I'm not like trying.
It's
to
okay
be,
to
like,
hack
all-
your.
That's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
weird,
but
though.
Dave, you just don't like the fact that it's almost trying to force it on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a cartoon where it's like, kids are supposed to be having fun watching cartoons, not thinking about like.
Yeah,
If it's
am I a girl or a boy?
If I get a
It's
ring,
in the
can I really be
superhero
myself?
realm, though. They put it in the superhero realm, so like,
Which makes it worse for me.
yeah, it is a lot worse for me.
It's
too.
okay to act like
I'm
a
not
girl or a
against
boy.
transgenders, what by any means. But
Yeah, I
you
mean,
know,
do what you're gonna do. Do what you want to do. I'm all for that too.
But you don't
But
need you don't
same-
need the help of pop culture pushing you in that direction.
right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Figure it out on your own.
But yeah, so let's get off
Sorry,
that.
yeah,
'cause
I don't
wanna
know.
talk about
Yeah,
that.
My Little Ponies.
I just remember
transgender,
seeing that, and I'm like, is this real?
It
Walking
was.
Dead. What did you guys think of this week's episode?
Good, man. It was good. A lot of action-packed thrills. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think it was kind of slow
Yep.
at the
Really?
beginning.
I thought it was
kind of
action-packed,
slow,
man.
but you know,
right.
you have to do that.
I don't know. See, I'm on the fence with all that too.
I felt it was very, inside the little store,
For
with
a
the freaking
premiere?
helicopter and
Yeah, that was cool. And that dude hitting the ground was epic.
And splatted.
the way all those zombies died.
Oh yeah, that was
great.
epicness.
That's what the show does that I love. I mean, each zombie killed in such a unique.
Greg
and
Nicotero, I love his episodes though.
Was that one of his?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I thought for a premiere,
Right. You thought
it was
weak?
way too slow.
Exactly.
For a premiere, way too slow.
But-
It's The Walking Dead.
But it's
all
been
right?
6 months without an incident, so obviously
I
it's
was happy with it, man.
I
don't know.
thought that was cool that they named the episode 30 Days Without an
Or
Incident.
30 days, yeah.
And then at the end
6
where,
months from the
where
the ending of the last season.
was that Daryl went to the what's her name's sister, whose boyfriend got eaten in when the
Oh, yeah,
helicopter
yeah.
was coming down.
The
And
blonde.
the blonde chick.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yep.
I
Ben.
forget.
She was
what
just
her name
totally
was.
cool. It's just like,
Yeah.
It's okay, I accept it.
Yeah,
she-
no,
that was
she
creepy.
did. That was
It
creepy.
was.
That was creepy.
Also,
And then she,
well, you got to remember, she
Also,
also.
she hugged on him a
hugged
little
on
too
a little
long.
bit,
I don't
was
know about
like,
that.
"Ugh," gave him them googly eyes.
Yeah.
Daryl is a pimp.
Yeah, he
must
is
admit,
now.
he is the
now
pimp.
He is like
He's a dirty.
He's like a celebrity in that
He's
piece.
the group now. Yeah,
He
no
is,
doubt.
he is.
I mean, there's tons of role reversal going on
Yeah,
in the premiere. I'm not saying there's stuff that didn't happen, but in my opinion, not enough zombie killing. Like,
See, I thought that-
There was a
stuff
lot of
should-
zombie
stuff
killing.
should
I
went-
thought
there was a good amount of zombie
Dead
killing.
I thought there was
did
enough of
have
that.
their, the Talking Dead did have their memorandum to the ones that they lost.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
which is cool.
Which is
I always
cool.
love that one.
Yeah,
I thought some of those zombie kills were quite interesting. You know what I mean? It,
No, I'm
it did
not
what I
saying-
wanted it to do.
I mean,
I
for
think it's
zombie
crazy
kills.
how now they have zombies on the gate and they're just kind of they have
They have to
ships.
poke them away.
They
you
have
know?
them in ships and they're just
Yup.
killing them
Poking
one by
them.
one.
Well, see, and that's the thing. I think while watching it, and then I watched it a second time, you can. After watching it a second time, I picked up on more stuff.
Yeah.
Subtle things.
Well, that's with anything. You watch it twice, you're gonna get more out of it.
Yeah, no doubt. So, like, my theory, I have a pretty decent theory when it comes down to what happened to the kid at the end of the episode.
First off, do you think he's going to cause a lot of carnage?
Oh, yeah,
in
he's
the next
straight up.
He
episode?
had sex with the
Dude.
pig,
He might have had sex. with
It's
the-
like-
Absolutely, sir.
and
No, I don't know about that.
I can't resist their squiggly tails.
It is about the pig though. My theory.
definitely is
does
about the
have.
pig.
It's
it
all
is
about
have-
the pig. The next episode is just
I
going to
think
be
it's
about the
crazy
pig,
though
and
because
that's
they,
it.
like you were
It's going to be like
saying,
Charlotte's
Shotgun.
Web.
Well, look, two things, right? Two things that are key. That now I just lost.
The gun,
because I said-
the
Are they
pig.
gone? They fluffed away?
No. You said the kid is going to be carnage. Yeah. Think about this. There's like 70 people there now, or something like
All
crazy.
sleeping tight.
All sleeping tighty, all
In the cell
nicey
block,
in the
there's-
cell
there's
blocks,
gonna be
Counting
zombie.
unicorns.
counting unicorns and bronies. You know.
Kitty
you
cat
know?
farts and rainbows.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we
So-
already know Mike's count My Little Ponies at night.
Yeah. So anyway, he's just going to come through and tear some people up. Now I don't know if it's going to be.
Of course.
Anybody
They're-
relevant?
they're all
Is it going to
important
be
zombies.
cannon fire type people that we don't really know anything
Dude.
about, or is it going to be major
They
players?
said on Talking Dead they're gonna
yeah.
make a lot of people sad.
There's going to be
Remember how
some
they
shaking
said?
up
Yep, they
going
did.
There's
on.
gonna be
Oh, yeah.
some. Yep. So some important
So,
people I
and-
think are gonna.
And then I think the way the kid, he got sick to begin with, right? One thing I noticed after watching it the second time is him finding the gun
Yeah, he dug, in the ground.
in the ground
Gun.
Yep.
around the farm area, right? So automatically in my mind that kind of sent off
See, I missed that. I
where-
missed the gun in the ground.
That was the opening scene, too.
Digging, yeah.
Dude, I must have been
Yeah.
making creme brulee or something, man. Because what
Okay.
happened with that?
Yeah.
Well, he
I could see you doing that.
Running around with my torch.
You make creme brulee all the time.
Oh, I
Yeah.
torch it, dude. I've been making it a lot.
That's nice. I gotta have some.
Creme
It's
brulee.
creme
Oh,
brulee,
It's
by
creme
the way.
brulee. By the
I
way.
call it creme brulee because we're on the radio and I'm being an idiot.
That's cool.
But
But,
yes,
Creme brulee.
but I still want some. Anyway,
I shall bring some over.
in the beginning, he's tending to his garden, being Herschel 2.0.
Teaching how to.
Yeah,
Yeah, Mr. Teacher.
Do you like rice pudding better or creme brulee?
Rice pudding.
I like rice pudding.
Go ahead.
So he finds the gun in the ground. Like I don't remember.
I missed the opening scene.
Right. Did he kneel on it, or was it he just saw
No,
it?
he dug it up, man. He dug it up, boom, 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 and then there. All right,
Yeah. Anyway, so
did I sing it? I don't know. Maybe.
He found it, right? Put it in his pocket, whatever. Then later on, he's talking to the kid, the son, who's now just Carl, who's just a kid now. He's not a killer.
Yeah, he's being a little prick.
Which I don't really like him as not a
he's
killer.
a little fairy.
I like him better as like with his cowboy hat on.
Yeah.
Oh, even then it made me mad.
And rocking a gun. Chow
yeah.
chow.
I just want to punch him.
Anyway,
now he's like a normal kid.
Yeah, that's.
No, he's not normal.
You can't name anybody. You can't give any of the zombies names.
Well, because his daddy got hard on him. Now he's got to be hard on the little retard sibling.
But this is my point, right? So the dad tells him, "Don't get attached to these pigs," right? Because obviously they've been eating pigs, right? That would not be a far
So now,
stretch.
if he befriended the pig, maybe he's infected too.
Man, Woody would have went straight to the police. But anyway,
I've lost you guys on this conversation.
that's all well and good. I'm going to get to the important part right now.
Right here, drum roll.
If he found this gun, that means in that area too, mind you, how many zombies have died over the last season, 2 seasons, since they've been at the prison, right? You're telling me that they've gotten every remains of every zombie, right? Probably not.
Definitely not, man.
In all likelihood, a hand could have been left behind.
Oh, so if a pig ate the hand,
if the pig ate the hand,
and they're eating the pigs,
they're tainted.
But that also goes along. Why isn't there more infection in the outside of the world?
It's just starting. Who knows? We don't know what's going on.
That's why I was saying maybe it'll go to animals.
Well, they got that spin-off series that is coming out. Supposedly, I heard there's a spin-off series coming out
of Walking Dead.
Yeah,
what? It's in the same universe as Walking Dead, but just in like a different location.
City.
Really?
Yeah.
They got some kind of spin-off going
on. But also, I think some of like the big hammer axe thing, or I think the thing that's going to be like the season cliffhanger thing is the kid that died. If you remember correctly, earlier in that episode, also he was all on Daryl's sack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, hey, buddy,
What did you do
and then what did Daryl do? Right?
What did you do before you did this?
Typical hillbilly licks his fingers and like here and shakes his hand up. Shakes the kid's hand, and the dirty guy probably started eating his food again, right? So he's tainted now too.
Oh crap! If they kill Daryl, I will flip.
God,
I will flip.
I'm
dude.
just saying. Kirkman's infamous for just killing people off.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, bro, but no.
Well, they said it on the Talking Dead. He's like, "How come you get all these big name people on the show and then kill them?"
Yeah, man.
Just saying.
Do you know what's his name?
Okay,
The guy who,
Dave, can I give my opinions on the show now?
Sure.
Okay, I agree with you that it was very. It was very under par for a season premiere. I thought it was a good episode, but good episode. Like 3 episodes in, it was like a run of the mill episode. The only part where I thought it was really about to amp up, and I can't tell you how wrong I was when the girl, when he's going through the woods and he finds the boar that got caught in the trap, and the girl comes walking through the woods. And
I thought that was going to go in a totally different direction.
Okay, well, so did I, and I'm going to tell you exactly what direction I thought it was going to go in, and which I thought would have been incredible. The girl, he thinks it's a walker, right? So he starts walking away, and then he hears the girl talk, and then you see the girl's face, and she looks like a zombie.
Yeah, and then she started talking. I thought the same exact thing. Now they're talking.
No. I thought like, okay, she's sort of half zombie, but building up a resistance. Like this is, this is the ultimate cure kind of thing.
Yeah, they have a book that's an awesome book that reads like that. The zombies start getting smarter.
Yeah,
and they actually gain a leader. I forget the name of the series, but it's Brian Greene.
It's called Warm Bodies.
What's that?
It's called that movie Warm Bodies.
No, that movie kind of sucked a bit.
It did, but that's where I thought it was going.
It was okay.
She looked sort of half dead, as it was, and and the expression on his face was. I thought when he was looking at her, and the expression on his face, what I thought he was thinking that, oh my God, I'm looking at something dead that's talking.
Yeah. That's first reaction.
See, and
then it cut to a commercial, I think, right away. After.
Yeah, it did. And that's
now, you know what infuriated me? The fact that they didn't show the head inside the bag. I wanted to see what the damn guy looked like. I wanted to see his cruddy face,
That was one of the things that they also...
Does he have a mustache? Does he,
That's funny.
Yeah, man, it bothered me.
But see, for me, I thought of it in a whole different light because also, mind you, I've read I'm almost at current when it comes to Walking Dead, right?
What I was trying to say real quick, the guy who...
Oh, sorry to cut you off, Toombs.
The guy with the camper? Did he actually made it through the comics pretty far.
Yes.
He did not die like in the... He died in what, second season? The beginning of second?
End of second?
I don't know. From what I hear, he's a pretty relevant character in the comic books.
In the comic books, yeah. He's also... he's pimp in the comic books. Man.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And
I like that character.
He's knocking down Andrea and her sister.
See, I like that character.
In his little, that old saying, when the trailers are rocking, don't come a knocking. That's quite a relevant thing for him.
For Dale.
What were you going to say, Stinkfist?
I think I said it.
Okay.
I thought you were saying something.
So I'm just saying I thought that's where the season premiere was going to be a season premiere quality episode. I thought that was going to be the big revelation.
Well, see, for me, when I saw her, I thought of something entirely different that automatically flashed me to the comic books, which I don't know that they're going to do or not.
Right.
In the comics, there's a whole, I wouldn't say population, but there's a whole group of people that eat people. Because there's no food.
Yeah.
So they become cannibals.
Which they kind of touched on a little bit, right?
I don't think that they have.
I don't think so.
And that's why I thought it would be a relevant thing for this chick to be a cannibal. She's basically bringing him back to his camp. Like, who's at the camp? And the fact that there was a head in the bag.
Well, that makes sense. How else was she eating? Yeah, she was eating off of the same...
So you thought
the head was.
You thought they were going to start touching on those cannibals.
I thought that they were going to start touching on the cannibals or something like that, and that's where, just like you, Stinkface, I was like, "Oh, here we go."
Yep.
Right.
Here we go. It didn't.
Well, I think the thing that we both, or maybe all of us, agree on is that would have been the turning point to make that episode premiere quality. Whatever you decided to reveal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's about putting something brand new in there that keeps you going.
Yeah, and they really didn't do that, except...
they didn't. You're right.
No, and then that's... I watched The Talking Dead afterwards. I always do.
Yeah,
I don't really mind Hardwick as much as you do.
Talking Bad is so much better.
I'm kidding. I don't even heard of that. I don't even know what that is. I'll talk bad, all right. But no, they had the new producer guy on there, and he was saying that because he was a part of the show prior to being, I think, the executive producer, the things he's done in the season were a lot of the things that were good that he loved doing about the first two seasons, right? Or just the third season, right?
Fourth.
Oh, fourth
season. Mm-hmm.
So the first three seasons, he took the good things that he liked and that he enjoyed working on, and that worked for the show, and incorporated that into his type of storytelling. So I don't think that we're going to see too many.
You don't think we're going to see an introduction of something new going on?
Well, no. He also said this season alone, there's going to be like 14 new people coming into the season, characters that they're going to highlight.
Now, whether a lot of other people are going to die.
Which means either
stories,
either they're not around long, and you get a little bit. And it's a morality tale or whatever, or it makes it relevant because of the group's dynamic or whatever. You know what I mean? So, it's the fifth state. I just think it's I wasn't impressed. Yeah. Even though I enjoyed it.
Yeah, you watched it twice.
I did, because I'm that type. When I like
he's
something.
He's got a lot of time on his hands.
No, I really don't.
No, he really doesn't. That's why I was wondering, how does he watch these shows twice?
I don't
go
know
to bed
how
late.
He does it. I'm like, what's going on?
I really run on.
How the hell do you wake up in the morning,
he's
man?
Like
I don't.
2 hours of sleep.
I'm like part vampire.
You're a wiry little guy, aren't you?
Yeah.
And he's old, too, so I don't know how he's a lot of B12, I think.
He's just a wiry
I do love bananas.
B12. We know you love bananas.
I wish I could do that, man. I'm a zombie by day 3 if I, get less than 6 hours
bananas and cork.
Caulk is awesome. Don't you ever, you get a cut on your hand, don't you want to kind of fill it with caulk sometimes?
Yeah, I've done that.
Have you?
You should do that.
Why not, man?
It's not, that's no...
Why
children,
can't we...
Children that are listening, do not fill cuts with caulk. It's very not
there should be nothing wrong with using silicone, caulk, different lubricants
anyway,
like that.
No. I'm
going off
putting
that.
Nix on
There's also, since we're on Walking Dead, there's a zombie walk going on in Atlantic City this weekend.
Oh,
really? That one in AC?
Wasn't there one a couple weeks ago?
Asbury, right? Yeah, and the Guinness was there and stuff like that.
Yeah, we didn't break the record, though, from what I heard.
No,
that's right.
They wanted something like 40, 50,000. I think we got almost 20 or something.
Yeah, who wants to go to Asbury Park, though?
Well, suppose, it's really nice. It's really nice.
It's coming back, Dave. It's coming back.
Coming back, sure.
It's getting better. It's from all
gonna be the 30s all over again.
And you know it's from all the homosexuals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's basically
that's true.
it.
Yeah,
Asbury Park has come back because of the gay population.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah, but they brought the money, you
100%.
mean?
Yeah, they brought in the money and they started buying up all these places and making boutiques.
That one side, though, of Asbury, man, is still, you know what I mean? It's like you cross the street and it's freaking... They got to be getting robbed like crazy, man, over there. You know?
guys,
you would think they would.
They just don't want to touch them.
Speaking of getting robbed, you guys heard about Michael Bay in Hong Kong?
Michael Bay! Did he get hit with a missile?
He got beat up over, like... He was producing or making the movie Transformers 4 in Hong Kong, and there was a bunch of streets that were closed down, and he
somebody got pissed. And
people, the businesses there lost revenue, so he got beat up.
They sent the Yakuza. No, the Yakuza's Japanese, right?
I don't.
Yeah. You know, I don't want to see the guy hurt, but I'd be lying if I said that there wasn't a part of me that went like, good, good.
To be honest with you, I don't care if he gets hurt.
Neither do I.
I mean, I can't think of too many movies that he's made that I say that I love. You know, I mean, there was a couple of good flicks that he made just because there were things I wanted to see be made, and it got made.
But nothing grandeur, you know, like mind blowing.
I'm not gonna follow him.
It all explodes. Yeah,
I'm not gonna follow him like I follow Lucas. You know what I mean? Nothing like that. Like I pretty much. I love all. I think I've watched.
I don't think the Transformer movies were really that bad. The second one was horrible, but I don't think the first and third one were really that bad. I mean,
the first one was great.
Honestly, I can say I've only seen the first two. I didn't see the third one.
The first one was great just because it was the first time you got to see Optimus transform.
Oh, yeah.
You got to see all the...
Well, and for me, being a fan of the cartoon and the comic book, if they did not get that sound right, it would have not come across the right way.
It was tweaked a little.
A little bit, but it was still almost...
Did you hear they're doing a new G.I. Joe Transformer crossover?
Movie or comic?
No, comic.
Comics?
In comics.
Yeah, they're also doing a new...
mix, man.
I read that not too long ago.
Yeah, they're also doing like... IDW, I don't know what you guys think about this. They're taking The Crow, Ghostbusters, X-Files... Transformers, and they're mashing them all up into one giant comic.
Yeah,
it's horrible. It's like mixing baked beans, vanilla frosting, and Cheerios together.
But it's just so crazy that it might actually work.
I don't know that it worked, but that's what. Not that I dislike IDW because some of their original work is good.
Who's IDW?
IDW's I don't want to call them an independent comic company, but they've been around a long time. They're just not as big as the big two, and they're not as big as the other major comic company like Dark Horse or let's say Image.
Well, have you noticed
they're not that big?
Have you noticed that they take a lot of the discarded properties that Dark Horse lets go?
But I was just going to say, they also, besides taking a lot of the Dark Horse discarded properties, they do a lot of adaptions of television and movies and weird books and make comics out of them. Some of them work, some of them don't work. Video games as well, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Because I think, remember I was telling you that they had a Legacy of Kain. I think IDW is who did that.
Okay.
But they do that a lot, though. That crossover thing, though, is just that's too absurd for me. That's taking a bunch of stuff that I really like and mashing it together. It doesn't make any sense.
It shallow.
Yeah, there was something else about Turok. I think
Turok the Dinosaur Hunter.
Turok.
Well, it's because Valiant.
Yeah.
Valiant has come back out, and they're now a relevant company again, which is crazy. Because Valiant went out of business in the '90s with the whole
bubble,
with the collector's bubble, and all that stuff. Valiant closed its doors, man, and.
Yeah, but they were still producing video games for Turok well into the 2000s. Weren't they?
But few and far in between.
I think it was just Nintendo, though, wasn't it?
There was only I think the
64.
I think 64.
No,
was
64.
the last
then they had one on PS3, Xbox.
Oh,
did they?
Yeah, they did.
I did not know that. I thought that was the last one. But I mean,
which I thought was a
until
great
then.
game, the Nintendo 64 Turok.
Yeah,
it was good. The second one was
Stinkfist, I would think that type of a situation would just be like what we were talking about when it comes to Marvel and its properties that they have sold to somebody. As long as you're producing something, you don't have to give it back, right?
So you're saying it's like a desperate attempt to hold on to all those things.
Yeah.
Right.
Probably.
Okay. Yeah,
Probably,
it might be. I mean, because I can't see any way to make these characters seamlessly compatible.
Flow together, right?
You know,
kind of like with Fox.
It was hard enough making Freddy and Jason flow together, which it really didn't.
No, I thought that did. I thought that was. I
liked it.
I thought that was a good movie. You know, despite what people say, you know, it's exactly what would happen if Jason met Freddy. Put it that way. Yeah.
Freddy would try to control him, and yeah, pretty much.
I mean, it's basically Dracula Frankenstein. That's all it is.
Yeah,
right.
Basically.
Yeah, no, you're right.
It's exactly what it is.
I still catch myself watching that movie every once in a while.
They're not
I do
bad.
like it.
They're not bad. I gotta say though, my favorite one has got to be
Dream Warriors.
No.
Fourth one.
No, it's the first one.
First one.
It's the
first one's the only
one
one that's actually scary.
Yeah, it's the first one for me because you know wait.
But I like the
I'm
silly
sorry.
ones
It
too,
may be the second one. I may be
The second one's the offbeat one.
Yeah, the second one is the really weird. Yeah, like Toom said,
one, yeah.
offbeat. It's just not
Is that
paced
the one with
right.
the mom's head on the table? Or is that the first one?
Mom's head on the table.
Yeah,
that might be the second one.
Mom's head on the
table. That might be the third one then.
No, I don't know. I don't know. Because there was probably a lot of heads on tables.
No, I mean literally.
Was it Dream Warriors?
It was the mom's head on tables.
It might have been Dream Warriors. Now that I think about it.
That's you're thinking of
third.
You're thinking of the third.
Third one's with all the kids in the mental hospital.
Yeah, you're thinking of Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm talking about Jason.
Oh, when did you go to Jason?
Jason.
That's
Yeah.
You're talking about Jason the whole time?
Yeah. Everybody else here thought you were talking about Nightmare on Elm Street.
Me too. Sting Fist and me thought you were talking about Nightmare on Elm Street.
We are confused.
No.
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
So let's get off this. I want to talk about some Comic-Con stuff going on.
Anyway.
Because Comic-Con just happened last week.
And since we missed our show, we didn't get to it.
Yeah, we didn't get to talk about it at all.
Well, since we weren't there.
But I just there's a top 5 list of Comic-Con news for non-geeks.
Okay.
Which, you know, we'll probably enjoy it anyway. But
and where's that off of?
There's I don't know. I just found it online. But there's Dark Horse announced the next installment of Serenity. Leaves on the Wind. And you know, continues off of Firefly, whatever.
No way.
But there's brain fart.
You better hurry up. You know what's coming.
Play it now.
It's been a while, dude.
It's been a while.
You idiots out there.
Push, Mike, push. Push it.
Josh Whedon.
Josh Whedon.
Dave's Man Crush.
Dave's Man Crush.
Dave's Man Crush is producing more stuff.
Yes, he is.
Well, it's through Dark Horse, right?
Oh, Josh.
And it's going to be the series featuring, you know, continuing adventures of the canceled series, pretty much.
Yeah, which actually makes sense.
Which is cool, which is awesome. You know, I love that show.
Well, he's done it before though.
Yeah.
With Dark Horse, mind you.
Oh,
I didn't know if you knew that. Buffy ended at season 7. Right, the show ended at season 7. So Josh Whedon went to Dark Horse and said, you know, I'm going to put season 8 out in a comic, and that's what he called it, season 8. Now it's continuously running. Now they're on like season 10 or 12 or something like that.
Yeah, so
That's all well and good, Dave, except I don't know who Josh Whedon is.
No, you don't?
Buffy, Angel.
No, listen to what he said.
Okay.
Josh Whedon. Never mind.
Josh Whedon, eh? Yeah, who is Josh?
Joshua. Must be his brother.
Yeah. So what else, Michael? You said you got 5.
Yeah, there's some other news about Parker Novelist.
Huh?
That's kind of stupid.
Okay, what else?
And it's one of the greatest Japanese series of all time returns. Lightning Swords of Death.
Oh,
that's
good.
You know, it probably just going to be.
It's going to be that classic hack and slash, you know, over the top martial arts flick.
And it's a comic.
Yeah.
So it's going to be good art, you know.
It's a manga.
Manga.
Bleach.
Still best manga film of all time, Ninja Scroll.
The next one, Dave was pretty excited about.
Miracle Man.
Miracle Man.
Who's
after
Miracle
20
Man?
years.
Yep, and I think Marvel's the one who actually has it now, right? Or
It says here.
What's his special power? Hellman's mayonnaise?
Alan Moore.
No, seriously.
He was the one who created
Miracle Man.
Yeah, of the Watchmen.
See, Toombs, if you had framed that as a really bad joke, it would have been funny.
Exactly. I know. It is a bad joke. Okay, what else?
So yeah, that's coming out. And then one of the coolest tidbits of the con itself is that it actually surpassed in attendance for the California Con International in San Diego. And,
wow, that's big.
That's huge. That's huge.
That's because that's always
rather large.
That just means more reveals next year here in New York. That's all it means.
Exactly.
That's big for us.
Next year we shall make it.
Oh,
we shall.
We will.
There was a bunch of different things that came out. I mean, we could probably sit here for another 4 hours.
We could do a whole 3 shows about what actually came out.
Yeah.
But next
but since
week,
we weren't there, I'm okay on passing.
But those are the 5 top, or 4 really.
4 top thing, non-geek.
Yeah,
non-geek stuff.
So now next week there's the Chiller Con, which is a horror con, and there's always a lot of people there,
celebrities there for
you
signings,
get signatures and stuff like that.
That's what the Chiller is really all about. It's about like movie signing, like actors making appearances and signings. You don't really get a lot of comics at the Chiller, but you could find like it's real big on horror. I think Fangoria is attached to it in some way, shape, or form.
That's what I was gonna say. It almost sounds like a representation of that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like what goes on in their magazine almost.
Yeah, it's pretty much. I was at one, I want to say 2 years ago, and there was a lot of really cool people. Like I'm a big love the Adam West Batman show. I mean, I grew up in that time frame, so to me that's one of my favorite Batmans. You know,
it has nothing to do with horror, though, really.
But my point is, it's not just horror because it also is somewhat pop culture,
right?
And what do you call the cult classic type situation films? Like the year I was there, David Carradine was still alive, so he was there, and he was and he was like dressed like the dude from Death Race 2000, the original one. Right. Which is a huge cult classic flick, but you can get tons of, and they're like you could touch these people. They're not like
there's a lot of wrestlers there too.
Oh yeah, and don't get me wrong, you're not getting A-list people really at this con.
I think I've seen Rowdy Piper.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I like to see the Bushwhackers.
A-list like 20 years
Scott
ago.
Wilson's going to be there.
Hey, Mike, Mike, you know the movie Darren Aronofsky's The Wrestler?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do you know this? Do you know the scene where he goes into the dollar store and him and his buddy are buying all those props?
Yes.
Okay, that dollar store. I used to live. That dollar store is in Garfield, New Jersey. I used to live right down there, and they had the actual guy who ran the store.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, would you mind just standing there for a couple seconds?
But yeah, I was saying Scott Wilson's going to be there, who's on The Walking Dead. Who's what's his name? Herschel. Yeah, he's going to be there.
Alrighty.
So that's cool. You can probably go get his autograph. And Kim Coates, who's on Sons of Anarchy, which is getting really good. Did you watch the last episode, Toombs?
Yes, sir.
It was really good.
I'm loving my movie-length Sons of Anarchy episodes.
Yeah. Vincent Pastore.
They're an hour and a half now. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know why, but hey, I'm not going to argue
He plays
with that.
Tig, right? He plays Tig?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he a welder?
No.
Possibly could.
He's a biker who kills people. But so then there's going to be a bunch of other. Lou Ferrigno. That was the other big name that I've seen on there who's going to be there too.
And Michael Beck from the Warriors.
Warriors. Eh?
That was a great flick.
Hell yeah, it was a great movie.
Come out and
well, very good.
Yeah, check out the con. If I'm not mistaken, do we know where Schiller is this year?
It's Parsippany, I believe.
Parsippany, right?
Yeah.
It's always in the Meadowlands, isn't it?
No, I don't. The year I went, it wasn't. But I think it was. I think it wasn't the one for our area. It was like a different one.
Okay.
It was what the heck is that?
It doesn't matter.
And in
you
Philly,
can look it up online.
Yeah.
All right, so what do we got? What are we doing, guys? Did you guys want to see the Godzilla trailer that Warner Brothers has a shoot to kill order on?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's play it real fast. Let's see.
Alrighty.
Everybody can hear the
Let's see him.
chaos.
Our listeners will listen.
Yeah, let's see. Here we go. Ooh.
It's very loud.
Is it?
Yes.
Ow.
All right, hold on.
That's a little better.
It would not be the same. Few people cried. Most people were silent.
That's relevant right there.
I remembered the line from the Hindu scripture. Vishnu takes on his multi-armed form and says, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of
Destroyer of worlds.
Awesome.
That looks so dope.
Awesome.
Robert Oppenheimer, dude.
Yep.
That was even doper.
Yep.
Hey, Stinkfist, since you love Godzilla so much, I'm gonna let you know at the Chiller Con, and it's actually in Parsippany. Kenji Sahara is gonna be there. It's a rare US
wasn't that
convention
King Kong versus Godzilla?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was in King Kong. He was also in Godzilla versus the Thing.
Okay.
War of Gargantuans, a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
But so that's cool.
I'm surprised he's still lucid.
Yeah.
He's
it's a rare U.S. convention appearance. So
yeah.
You should get out there and check him out.
His nurse is probably with him.
So we got one last thing we want to plug here before we go.
Yeah. Go to batcavecomics.com and check out the stuff that's on that site, and you can probably get yourself some good deals, or you can have the guy who runs the site, which is a pretty good friend of mine. He can pretty much find you whatever you need.
Cool. That's Voltron.
I have gotten myself a Voltron.
I posted the pictures on the site if everybody's seen
it. It is original 1981 die-cast lions. The only thing I'm missing right now is the sword and the shield.
And every other...
the small weapons. Yeah, that's right.
But he's got it.
I got it. It's so cool, bro.
It's mine. I mean his.
I'm psyched about it.
How much, good sir?
How much did he get it for? I think he got it for $70.
No.
Yeah, he got it for $70 because he does a lot of eBay stuff. Like I want to call him. He's like an eBay sniper, pretty much. You want something, he'll find it.
For you.
It's batcavecomics.com.
Cool, man.
Check it out.
That's not the last thing we got to promote. You know our friend Omar Morales, the guy who's
that's right, the Crusader.
The Crusader, right? The author and creator of the independent comic The Crusader. Well, just today he met his Kickstarter goal.
Oh, nice!
Yeah, right.
Congratulations,
right?
Bro.
Right. And now, but that doesn't mean stop supporting him because he's going for stretch goals. I think he needs about another $13,000 in order to get the comic produced in hardbound cover.
Ah.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds
all
good.
right.
Okay. And always check out the Facebook page, JKA Jedi Knight Academy.
Right. And our own Facebook page.
And our Facebook page as well. Like it.
All right, and remember next week we have writer-director Tom Holland, who wrote and directed the original Fright Night. He wrote the original Child's Play, and is currently directing a Stephen King movie called The 10 O'Clock People that may or may not be starring Chris Evans, which we're not clear on anymore.
May or may not be.
May or not. He may be or may not be. So I guess nobody got the movie quote at this point, right?
Oh yeah, you know what? Let's play it. Let's play it one more time.
Let's see if somebody will call in and guess.
Yeah, maybe we'll give it like 30 seconds, see if somebody calls in. All right, here we go.
Mom! Dad!
You've been...
The second hint, the first hint obviously was E-Blue cigarettes. The second hint will be model rockets.
Model rockets.
Model
and I want to make a
rockets.
correction. It's the Batcave.com.
The
Batcave.com.
Batcave Comics.
The Batcavecomics.com. I'm like...
It's the worst plug ever.
Yeah. I'm the worst plug man ever.
The Batcavecomics.com. Check it out.
Okay.
So, nobody got this week's shirt. So
No,
Dan,
Danny got off the hook. So,
That's okay.
So we'll just reveal...
But congratulations, because they're probably going to hit that 100,000 mark probably in the next couple hours, I think.
Yeah.
Who knows?
All right, so should we tell everybody what the quote was?
Yeah. See, senor, one of my top 10 favorite movies of all time, The Gate.
Thank you, Toombs.
Great 80s film.
Which is what I thought
1987.
2 weeks ago.
That's
when we
right.
had that show. That's what my first guess was.
That's right. You thought The Evil Dead 2 was the gate.
Yeah.
It's too funny, actually.
But yeah, so anyway.
Guys.
Well, we're out, guys. Have a great evening.
yeah.
Catch us back. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Take care, guys.
All right, next week.
As we go.
I'm Lord Vader and I get respect. Your planet and your life is what I expect. Cape on my back, cable box on my chest, leather pants on my death, hot oil on my breath. You'll be jealous of my boots, jealous of my gloves, jealous of my belt with my blinking lights. I'm the Dark Lord with the power to dismiss people's skills like the Bantha piss. 1, 2, 3 into the 4.